Have you ever spent an entire weekend deep cleaning your house, dusting every surface, vacuuming every rug, only to sit down, look around, and realize the space still feels incredibly heavy, like the air in the room just refuses to move? It's an incredibly frustrating feeling, because it makes you feel like you're failing at managing your own home. But here is what is actually happening. There's a very quiet line between a home that feels rich with history and a house that has simply become stagnant. Just like a beautiful linen jacket that doesn't fit quite right anymore and drags down your posture, certain pieces in our homes do the exact same thing to our living spaces. They act as visual weight. They make our environment look dated and feel tiring, no matter how clean the floors are. This is where most people get it wrong. They think they need to remodel. But you don't. You don't need a massive budget. You just need to identify the anchors. Today, we're going to walk through the 7 specific things that might be quietly aging your space, why it's so emotionally difficult to let them go, and how to edit them out to finally let your home breathe again. Let's start in the living room, because this is usually where the heaviest anchor sits. I call it the sweet trap. Decades ago, we were all told that the absolute height of a coordinated home was the matching 3-piece set: the sofa, the love seat, and the matching armchair. It felt safe, it looked orderly, and it made buying furniture easy. But in a modern, elegant space, relying on a fully matched set can make a room feel incredibly rigid. It looks less like a home you live in and more like a furniture showroom, frozen in the year the set was purchased. When every single piece shares the same fabric, height, and texture, your eye gets tired. There's nowhere for the light to play. Now, I know what you're thinking. I have a large family, and if I get rid of the love seat, where is everyone supposed to sit at Thanksgiving? Here's the reality. When people visit, no 2 adults actually want to sit shoulder to shoulder on a cramped 2-seater love seat anyway. They avoid it. It becomes dead space. This doesn't mean you need to throw everything out and start over. That's completely unrealistic. Instead, keep your primary sofa, but take the matching love seat or the matching chair and separate them. Move the chair to a bedroom corner. Donate the love seat. In its place, bring in a single, mismatched accent chair. It could be something you already own from another room, or a piece with a completely different texture, like a simple woven fabric or a sleek leather. This small shift breaks the monotony instantly. The room suddenly looks intentional, like it evolved over time rather than being delivered in one giant box. If you are realizing right now that your space might be holding you back from the elegant, low-maintenance lifestyle you deserve in this chapter of your life, take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Here at Wise Aging Seniors, we don't believe in just clearing closets. We believe in curating your personal brand and creating a home that honors your peace. Tell me in the comments right now, are you currently team matching set because it's comfortable, or have you dared to break them up? Let's talk about it. Our second anchor is something that almost every woman has loved at some point: faux floral arrangements. We bought them for entirely practical reasons. Real flowers die in a week. They cost money to replace, and they require maintenance. Silk flowers, on the other hand, promised eternal spring. We put them on top of our kitchen cabinets. We placed massive arrangements in the center of our dining tables, and we ran faux ivy along the tops of our bookshelves. But here is the hard truth. Fake plants lack life, and your brain instantly recognizes the deception. Over time, the fabric edges of silk flowers fray. They lose their color under the sun, turning a strange, muted shade of grayish pink. And worst of all, they collect a permanent sticky layer of household dust that is nearly impossible to clean. Instead of bringing life into the room, they end up fracturing the light and dulling the entire room's energy. Elegant home decor relies on authenticity. If an item is meant to be alive in nature, it should be alive in your home. The practical action here is simple, though it might feel drastic if you've had these arrangements for years. Purge every single fake plant from your living space. Strip the tops of your kitchen cabinets bare. Take down the dusty silk wreaths. If you love the look of greenery, replace them with one high-quality empty structural ceramic or glass vase. An empty, beautiful vessel is a design statement in itself. If you want something green, choose a single, low-maintenance, real houseplant, like a peace lily, a snake plant, or a pothos. They require very little water. They actively clean your indoor air, and they bring an unmistakable, vibrant energy that no piece of plastic could ever replicate. This next area is where things start to get emotionally difficult, and it's where a lot of us feel the most friction. It's the curio cabinet, or what I call the museum case. Over a lifetime, we collect things: crystal glassware from our weddings, porcelain figurines, small souvenirs from trips we took decades ago. We pack them into glass cabinets, thinking that by displaying all 50 or 60 items together, we are honoring our memories. But here's the hard truth. When everything is on display, nothing is special anymore. The eye just sees a wall of visual noise. And from a purely practical standpoint, it turns into a lifetime sentence of dusting tiny porcelain ears and glass shelves every single month. It takes up your time and your energy. I'm not suggesting you throw your memories into a donation bin. That feels like a betrayal, and it's not realistic. Instead, I want you to try the 3-item rule. Take everything out. Pick the 3 pieces that genuinely make your heart swell when you look at them, the pieces with the real stories. Put those 3 back and give them space to breathe. When a beautiful item has open space around it, it suddenly looks like art. It commands respect. As for the rest, put them in a beautiful protected box for now, or pass them directly to a grandchild with a letter explaining what they meant. Let them enjoy the history now while you enjoy the space. I know some of you are probably getting ready to defend your cabinets in the comments right now, and that's okay. Tell me down below, is your collection genuinely bringing you peace today, or has it just become a chore you're tired of maintaining? Let's be honest about it. Let's look up at the windows for a second. One of the most common features of a stagnant house is what I call window suffocation, heavy, multi-layered drapery. In the 80s and 90s, interior design was obsessed with theater. We didn't just hang curtains, we installed swags, jabots, thick valances, heavily tasted tiebacks, and deep, dark brocade or damask fabrics. We treated our windows like a stage production. The problem is that these heavy fabric structures act like giant sponges for visual space. They block the single most important element of an elegant modern home: natural light. They swallow the corners of the room, lower the perceived height of your ceilings, and make the entire space look like a funeral home parlor. Furthermore, thick, heavy fabrics hold on to decades of dust, pet dander, and household joys, quietly affecting the freshness of your air. Maximized natural light is the ultimate luxury. It opens up a room, makes colors look true, and quite frankly, it makes our skin look more vibrant and youthful when we are sitting in the space. If you want an instant dramatic facelift for your home, strip away the valances, the swags, and the heavy dark panels. Take them all down. Instead, install simple, floor-to-ceiling linen or linen-look sheer curtains in a soft cream, ivory, or crisp white. Hang the curtain rod as high as possible, right up against the ceiling, not right above the window frame. Let the panels fall straight to the floor in a clean vertical line. This simple shift completely elongates your walls, tricks the eye into thinking your ceilings are 2 feet higher, and floods your living space with beautiful diffused light. It is an instant transition into modern elegance. Now, let's move into the kitchen and address a generational mindset that is quietly keeping our homes feeling restricted. It's the good china prison. Most of us have a beautiful, expensive 12-piece setting of gold-rimmed china packed away in a hutch. We don't touch it because we're terrified of chipping it, or because, let's be completely practical, it can't go in the microwave without creating a light show. And it definitely can't go in the dishwasher, so it sits there for 40 years. We tell ourselves we're saving it for a special occasion, but by doing that, we're subconsciously telling ourselves that our ordinary daily lives aren't special enough for beautiful things. Here's the part that actually makes this work. You don't have to use the gold-rimmed plates for a quick morning microwave breakfast if it adds to your chores. That's counterproductive. Instead, make the choice to keep just 4 place settings easily accessible for Sunday dinners or evening tea when you actually have time to slow down. Take the remaining 8 place settings that are just taking up premium cabinet space and let them go. Stop letting porcelain pieces dictate your square footage. Your daily peace of mind is worth much more than a set of plates you only see once every 3 years. You see, true downsizing isn't about loss or deprivation. It is about making physical and mental room for the woman you are right now in this current chapter. If you want my step-by-step checklist on how to transition your home into an elegant, low-maintenance sanctuary without losing your personal style, let me know in the comments below, and make sure to check the description box to join our community newsletter, where we share weekly inspiration for intentional living. Our 6th anchor moves us to the walls, the fractured wall, or the tiny frame gallery. We all love our families, and we want to display our memories. Our children's graduation photos, vacation snapshots, weddings, and grandchildren. Over the years, the natural tendency is to buy a small frame here, another small frame there, and hang them up one by one. Eventually, you wake up and an entire wall of your home is covered in 15, 20, or 30 small, mismatched frames staggered across the drywall. While the sentiment behind this is beautiful, the aesthetic execution is incredibly dated. When you have dozens of small items scattered across a large vertical space, it creates intense visual noise. The eye doesn't know where to look. Instead of focusing on the beautiful faces of your loved ones, the brain simply registers a chaotic pattern of dark borders and glass reflections. It instantly shrinks the perceived size of the room and makes the walls feel erratic rather than curated. Minimalist wall art and luxury home aesthetics rely on scale and breathing room. Too many memories on display simultaneously actually dilutes the impact of all of them. The elegant solution to this is to edit your history. You do not have to hide your family away. Instead, select your top 3 absolute favorite historical photos, the ones that possess genuine artistic beauty or the deepest emotional resonance. Take those 3 photos and have them reprinted in a larger format. Place them into 3 large, identical, high-quality frames with very wide, clean white matting. Hang them side by side in a perfectly straight, horizontal line with a few inches of space between them. Suddenly, your family history looks like a high-end art gallery installation. It honors the memories significantly better, creates a stunning structural focal point in the room, and eliminates 20 unnecessary nail holes from your drywall. The rest of the photos can be lovingly placed into a high-quality coffee table photo album, where they can be flipped through with intention rather than stared at constantly. Finally, let's talk about the ultimate symbol of over-decoration, the accent pillow hoard. We've all seen it, and many of us have done it. You buy a sofa and it comes with 2 pillows. Then you see 2 beautiful textured pillows at a boutique, so you add those. Then a seasonal holiday arrives, so you buy 2 more just in case. By the end of it, your sofa or your bed looks less like a place to rest and more like a textile warehouse. If you or your guests have to perform a 5-minute routine of manual labor, removing 10 decorative pillows just to find a place to sit down or sleep, your space has become frumpy. It looks like it is trying far too hard. Excessive textiles are often just a hiding place for a lack of structural style underneath. Apply the rule of 2. A sofa needs exactly 2 high-quality, well-filled pillows, preferably with feather or high-quality down inserts that hold a beautiful chop shape, placed neatly at the ends. That is it. A bed needs your sleeping pillows and perhaps one single long lumbar pillow for architectural balance. Take the flat, dated, or perfectly matched pillows that came with your furniture and donate them. Let the clean lines of your furniture show through. At the end of the day, a home that feels a little stagnant isn't something to feel guilty about. It's just proof of a life fully lived. But as we move into this next chapter, we have the right to edit our surroundings. You deserve a space that supports the woman you are today, one who values clarity, elegance, and peace over an abundance of things. This kind of change doesn't happen in an afternoon, and you'll likely still look at some corners of your house and feel unsure. That's completely normal. Just pick one small shelf this week and start there. If this conversation felt real to you, take a moment to reflect on your own space. Which of these 7 anchors felt a bit too close to home? Let me know in the comments. Let's support each other as we clear out the old to make room for the beautiful. Thank you for spending this time with me today on Wise Aging Seniors. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.